Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Starfield. We're still in the Killer City. Last time we joined up as a Freestar Ranger. But in today's video, we are going to follow up with the Crimson Fleet questline. And Rook meets King, travel to the key. So, the plan is... The problem is this ship. This is the Constellation ship, the Frontier. This isn't on theme. Luckily, a couple episodes ago, or a couple videos ago, I showed you that I stole a Crimson Fleet ship, and I actually still have it. I didn't end up selling it.
You need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kia, okay, no problem.
So, we are going to switch that ship, register it, and make that our home ship. So this is going to be our Crimson Fleet exclusive ship. Okay, and yeah, Sam here wanted to talk, so let's talk to him.
Didn't get much sleep last night. Lillian and me, I tried talking with her and I lost my cool. Got a little heated. I know I woke Cora up.
How does Cora feel about all this?
Well, up until a few years ago, she kept hoping we'd get back together. I mean, Lillian and I stayed married longer than we should have for Cora's sake. But we really weren't doing Cora any favors there.
On a small ship, everyone hears everything.
Well, that statement's gonna keep me up at night, like everything. Just so you know, there's a long,
everything.
Proud tradition of singing in the shower. Ah, Lillian, she's an incredible woman. Truly. But it is always, and I mean always,
I wonder if we'll get to meet her.
When she bleeds, Freestar colors spill out. And back when I was a ranger, we were quite the team.
If I can make her, like, part of my crew, I'm putting both of them in the same outpost. There must be a story behind why you stopped being a ranger.
I'm meant to be on my own. Exploring the great beyond. It calls to me. Maybe it's Solomon saying hello. But one day, I was just done. No particular reason. It had been building for a long time. She had tried to convince Lillian to leave it behind, come with me. She shot me down. Hard. Hurt my pride. More than a little. But she was probably right.
She didn't even consider it?
Not for a second. And she's right. Lillian is where she's meant to be. She always wants to fight the good fight. And the Rangers are lucky to have her.
If you were that unhappy, you did the right thing.
We were making each other miserable. And that war on poor Cora, too. It's funny, our latest argument started because Lillian thinks I'm putting Cora in too much danger traveling with you. I told her what you told me, that Cora is just blossoming with all this. With Sarah, you, heck, even Walter. I just know Cora has futures I could never dream of. But Lillian, not so much a fan of you. That kind of set me off.
Now I really want to meet her. Why did you even get together with Lillian in the first place?
Late night stakeouts, shootouts with a lot of leftover adrenaline. Well, we were never lacking in chemistry. Compatibility, on the other hand...
Sorry I caused an argument.
Nah, don't be. It's always something. Cora's been stood up a time or two by Lillian. Always for the best reasons. Last time I think Lillian got a medal for it. But at a certain point, Lillian's excuses don't matter. Poor Cora cried for a week. I don't want to put her through that again.
Tell Lillian that. Give her a chance, but make her understand she has to follow through.
If I do that, y'all might want to invest in some industrial-strength earplugs. And for now, Lillian's going straight to voicemail. So everyone can sleep easy. That's the Rock, Ranger Central. Not a bad bar, too.
Okay, yeah, so we're let's go travel to the key. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I can just jump right into there. Might as well.
You doing all right, Gumdrop? We're home.
Are we? This is your home? Alright, let's dock.
We have a clean dock, right on the money.
This is gonna be interesting.
What did you need?
Oh yeah, Vasco gets bugged out like this on the ship. Okay. Where was Andreja? Yeah, so I was going to bring Andreja along. I was thinking of bringing Barrett along at first, but then I didn't spend too much time with Andreja, so I'm just gonna take her as a companion for now. Let's trade gear
If there's
first.
anything you need, I am happy to share.
What do you have? You can have that for now. I'll take that back. And equip.
Pester? You think I'm a pest?
Are you ready to head back
Oh,
out?
never.
I'm at your side.
Poor choice of words. You being nice to the crew, too? Looks like it's tag you're it, Andreja.
Tag indeed, Sam. We will see you later.
Oh, one other thing was Cora here mentioned something about books the last time I passed through.
How are you? Books.
Books. That's an odd way to start the conversation.
I guess it is. Do you have more books, or can you buy me more books? With real pages, a spine, the whole package. My book allowance is all gone and Dad won't get me more. So, books?
Hey, don't let her con you out of more credits. Her book allowance damn near bankrupted me.
Dad, this is between us.
What sort of books are you into?
I like books about quantum theory and astrophysics. Or science. Or horses. Did you know that it wasn't until after the Industrial Revolution that horse speed was the maximum civilization speed for centuries? All of society was built upon horses. Imagine what they must have looked like for real. They look smelly, in a good way.
Guess she's never seen a horse then. Probably went extinct somewhere along the line. There are plenty of books on the computer.
Not the same. I like smelling the pages, the feel of it. Computer screens are just blech.
You'd save me, my friend here, all of us, a lot of grief, financial and emotional, if you just read them on a computer, Gumdrop.
Dad? Fine. You know, reading computers for hours gives me a headache. Now, the important question. Pizza. Favorite topping? And please don't say cheese. Dad loves boring old cheese.
I agree. I like meat, whatever's handy.
Did you hear that, Dad? Meat! We have you outnumbered!
We could always get one of each.
No, you lose. I have decided that I will stay. You have the Cora stamp of approval. I, seem to have left my stamp back on Dad's ship, but imagine it there, on your arm. Cora approves.
Nice. Alright, let's go in
But a fella could do
to the key.
You got your cut. Now get out of my face.
You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
I'm gonna watch this.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
Nice.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
That's Neva. Neva? Neva. And let's talk to her.
The hell took you so long? Forget how to grav jump or something?
It did take me like 10 episodes. Or 10 videos. Job's done and I'm here, so back off.
Fair enough. Glad to see you showing some backbone.
I got the feeling she'd like that.
Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with someone who can kick your ass. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
I bet it really pisses the UC off that you're stationed here.
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station.
It must be very embarrassing for the UC to be in this situation.
Anyway,
She looks extremely
I'll tell
happy
you all
about
the
that.
key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
Did you need something?
All right. History time. So,
History time.
the Key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock.
Ah, okay.
The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh? Now, we've got everything the fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the
Sucks.
Key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nat.
Jazz.
Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the Key.
About time you brought us new blood, neighbor. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra.
I bet I can sell all my
welcome
contraband here.
to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa. It's not our fault that people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the Key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the Key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but, we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures.
Trade authority.
Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
If it's hard to find,
you've got
I probably
Bradley
got
from
it.
the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Misra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit, given what happened with the last one.
Yeah, what a dumbass.
You mean Austin Rape? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood. The money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know
didn't even notice that.
the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
That's the most clever security measure I've ever seen.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here.
Did you do something?
Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
So one wrong move and you're dead?
Essentially. But I sleep soundly knowing I'm one of the few that can piss Delgado off and live. Should I die, all of my knowledge, the accounts, the credits, it would be a mess. He wouldn't dare. He holds the trigger, but we all know that my death cripples the fleet. Call the bomb a weapon of last resort.
I wonder if one of the missions is gonna be have us end up like killing this guy then. Delgado sounds like a smart man.
It's why he's the boss. Of course, I'm not the first reckoner to bear a bomb under my ribcage, but Delgado was smart enough to continue the tradition. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Time to make those credits.
The perfect segue into my final subject. Thanks to our relations with contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
Sounds like we'll be doing a lot of business together.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say. So you can run along to Delgado.
Good, now get out of the way so I can
Take
move.
the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh,
need something?
You're welcome, Nev.
Let's talk to Jasmine.
So, looks like we got ourselves a new rook. Once again, I'm Jazz, resident engineer here. Like Neva said, you need ship parts, repairs? I'll hook you up. As long as your credits are good.
I hope the fleet has a wider variety than the UC and the Freestar Collective.
It may not be wider, but it's not on the books, if that's what you're getting at. I can guarantee your ship will be in good hands. So if you're looking for an upgrade, let me know. We got the best selection in the settled systems. Illegal, unregistered, recalled. We sell it all. No questions asked.
Will these parts show up on a UC or Freestar security scanners?
No. You buy from me, you're worry-free. I can't have my customers getting caught now, can I? That's bad for
I plan on building, like, specific ships for different factions, so... I'm always looking for an edge.
Anything that keeps the UC and Freestar Rangers off your tail is a must-have in my book. Just let me know when you want to talk business.
I'm gonna exit out of this tab so I can actually get her to face me.
You've got stuff to smuggle, I've got the stuff to hide it.
So how'd you wind up on the key?
Truth is, the fleet rescued me. Of course, I wouldn't have needed rescuing if they hadn't blown up the ship I was working on. Delgado plucked me out of space and brought me to the key. I took one look at the place and was compelled to work. Soon after, he offered me a permanent spot with the fleet.
What's the deal with you and Neva?
Neva's mine, so don't be getting any ideas. She may be a little rough around the edges, but she's just looking out for her own. There's no one better to have your back.
Can I have her as companion, actually? You mind helping me with my ship?
If you've got the credits, I've got the time.
Let me see what ships you have for sale.
I've got plenty of goodies to choose from.
Phantom, Vector, Ghost 2, On. The Phantom's probably more of my style in terms of like the overall looks of it. We'll leave for now.
Always listen to Delgado, unless you want to get keel-hauled across the key.
Okay, let's talk to Neva.
Start something?
We're supposed to like gather evidence too. If I stand in front of you, what happens? Ah, so they know what not to shoot. Damn it. Damn it. Whatever. Delgado.
There's our other new recruit.
Someday.
So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet.
So now we're fighting each other, I bet. Oh, maybe not. After what Neva put me through, she better vouch for me.
If dealing with the Ragana was at the limit of your capabilities, then you have a serious problem on your hands. You are already in too deep to quit. And I can promise you, it only gets more difficult from here. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences.
Or I just kill all of you.
Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
Got it, boss.
Boss. Good. You're getting it already. I like that.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, Rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead Rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, Neva. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me search those ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lock cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
What's this code Neva's talking about?
Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to get her hands on an access code to the inside of the lock.
Is there
this
still
will be
people?
The first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for, well,
probably not.
Since Crix left the place behind. It has been frustrating being this close to potential clues, but not being able to find a way through those prison walls.
Maybe you should tell me more about Crix's legacy.
Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level.
Then we can take the damn UC down.
For UC Systef.
Won't the fleet just become a larger target for the UC Systef?
You forget the UC is still licking its wounds from the colony wars. They don't have the capability to mount a full-scale assault. And if they were foolish enough to attack, we would have the manpower to push those pendejos right back to Jemison. If we have Crix's legacy.
We'll be unstoppable.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock. I've had Jazz feed the coordinates into your ship's computer. Since Mathis doesn't have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Okay.
So there I am, UC security on my tail, and my grav drive just chokes.
I guess this is technically the end of the first Crimson Fleet quest, and then that starts off the second one. Guess I can't pickpocket him.
Is this important? Because I'm pretty sure you've been given orders.
I'm actually going to stop the recording here for a second. My recordings have been corrupting a little bit recently, so I just want to stop it and make sure that if it does corrupt, at least I have another half of the video that isn't corrupt. Okay, and we're back. So I don't want to get started on the next mission yet. I kind of just want to explore the key a little bit. Just talk to some people, see if I can find some evidence to steal. You know, that kind of jazz.
In the fleet, you either put up, shut up, or die. Your choice.
As long as you put the fleet first, we won't.
Because we're supposed to find, like, audio logs and stuff. So, let's see if there's anything up here, actually.
Don't you have business on Super Raw?
Nope, can't recall. Eggman. Quarters. This is like a meeting room? What's that?
A lot of us in the fleet came out of the mud.
UC will never crush the fleet. They'd have to catch us first.
I heard Iswa's sister is some hardcore mercenary.
Oh, weapons workbench.
I wouldn't get on her bad side.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd think that there's a bunch of information that we steal here.
It would seem that none of the
Ship
wealth stolen
services.
over the decades has been spent on upkeep for the station. This bodes poorly.
Long day.
Okay, Jim. Box.
That last job didn't pan out. I need something bigger.
Symbol game mat. Taking that game piece. Snow Lord. Snow Lord and Shadow Queen.
Yeah, good thing we lost it.
Misclick there.
Belt. You really brought your A game.
That was pure luck. I nearly pissed myself back there.
No shit. Could have fooled me. As far as I'm concerned, you're the best damn pilot in the fleet, and drinks are on me. Need a drink? Bog at the last Nova will be more than happy to take your credits.
So far, can't find. Oh, evidence.
So wait, say that again. You think I'm who?
Stop playing games. We both know your real name is Leonel Soto, and you know why I'm here.
Who are you?
Oh,
Fleet?
got caught.
Ecliptic? Jazz about any independent?
I've spent 2 long years and every credit I had looking for you, just so I could look you in the eye before I pulled the trigger.
Hey, what's with the gun? There must be some mistake. I honestly don't know who you are.
Of course you don't know who I am.
I'll take this too.
Let me just ask you one final question before we wrap up.
Fine. Go ahead.
Let me.
When is enough going to be enough? How many credits does Jasper Criggs need until he's satisfied?
I should have expected you to ask such a stupid question. How the hell could you ever understand? You with your fancy education and your sheltered upbringing and your cushy media job? Me, I came from nothing. Everything I own, I've literally drawn blood to gain.
There's no need to get personal. I'm simply trying to state the facts so that our listeners can make judgments of their own.
Lady, I got news for you. Half of your listeners think I'm a hero. The other half are scared out of their goddamn minds, and they should be.
Perhaps we should talk about something else.
No, that's it. We're done. Can you guys get her the hell out of here? Make sure she takes all this sound equipment with her.
Well, that's it then. Thank you for your...
Actually, before you go, Gail, there's one more thing I would like to say.
Yes, of course. What is it?
When you broadcast this interview on SSNN, I want you to remember that I'll be listening. If you edit even one word or manipulate my voice to change anything I've said, I will hunt you down and kill you in front of everyone. Do you understand?
I understand. You have my word.
I think it was these two.
Hope you can succeed at that before we are discovered.
There's nothing even good in here.
I don't know.
Alright, yeah, let's listen to the other audio log. Where was it? Notes, I believe? Evidence.
So wait, say that again. You think I'm home?
Mira's demise.
Stop playing games. We both know your real name is Leonel Soto, and you know why I'm here.
Who are you? Fleet? Ecliptic? An independent?
I've spent 2 long years and every credit I had looking for you, just so I could look you in the eye before I pulled the trigger.
Hey, what's with the gun? There must be some mistake. I honestly don't know who you are.
Of course you don't know who I am. You're never concerned with the death you leave in your wake, in your pursuit of greed. You killed my husband, you son of a bitch! And now I'm going to kill you!
No, she's dead.
Such a terrible shame. All that time and money she wasted. Ah, well. Better get rid of the body.
Should've just taken the shot. She talked too much, that was the problem. Stolen artwork, taking that. And technically I can probably just sell it here, right? Taking that. Let's get the flashlight on. Oh, captain's key. Captain's room key. Egmont. Now, who would have a key to that? I mean, I tried pickpocketing Delgado, but it didn't give me the option, so... Maybe something's in here? Oh, part 4. Which part did I get? It'd be under notes, SSN, and... Oh, I got part 7. I think I'll try to find part 1 first. Whatever, I'll take it.
Tell us about your arrest.
Oh, my arrest was spectacular. Definitely one for the record books. UC security sent an armada after our little fleet of ships and picked us off one by one until the remainder of us made it to the wheel.
For a listener's benefit, that was the star station in orbit around Volai that you destroyed just before your arrest, correct?
You see, that's what they'd have you believe, but the truth is much less sinister. There was a firefight on the wheel when they tried to bring us in. We holed up, but UC security unleashed hell. The damage they caused was catastrophic. We only surrendered so we wouldn't die when the station exploded.
Well, the UC says you set demolition charges to try and cover your tracks and make your escape.
That's their story. You'll have to go with your gut on what you think really happened. Anyway, they took us in and tossed us into the lock. That lovely resort they opened on Suvorov.
And you were imprisoned there for how long?
Well, it was supposed to be for life, Gale. But I ended up serving 2 years before I decided I'd had enough.
Is there any particular reason that you started the riots that eventually led to the worst prison break in United Colonies history?
Every captain here's earned their stripes.
I'm quite proud of that, actually. I honestly didn't think it would go as well as it did. As for the reason, well, it's simple. The UC were treating us like animals. The conditions in the lock were ridiculously bad and no one cared. That's why they stuck us on that ice ball in the first place. Out of sight, out of mind.
Your escape caused the deaths of many that were stationed at the lock. Some would brand that as a bit dismissive for what you're describing as a protest. If you were simply advocating for your fellow inmates, why didn't you just go through the proper channels?
And what the hell was I supposed to do? Send a strongly worded letter to my duly appointed representative? Wake up. The UC only responds to actions, not words. In my mind, there was no other choice. You know what? Let's move past my time at the lock.
How quickly?
Get to the point of this goddamned interview.
And you get that done.
And let's pick up the next part.
So tell us about Jasper Crix's version of the Crimson Scar.
All I can tell you is that under my guidance, the Crimson Scar became more influential than every other syndicate combined. Here I was, 22 years old, and I had power, people that followed my orders, and an endless stream of credits. Gale, I have to tell you,
weapons for all occasions.
I was having the time of my life.
BS.
So you'd consider extortion, robbery, burglary, kidnapping, assault, and murder to be positive life influences?
Electromags, energy weapons.
I consider them as just means to an end. Those so-called crimes were merely stepping stones until I had enough wealth to buy the Crimson Scar a few spacecraft.
Yes, let's talk about that. It appears you weren't satisfied
with
terrorizing New Atlantis alone.
Oh, Trade Authority.
Oh, I've never stopped reaching, Gale. The amount of money we were making in New Atlantis was decent, but the really big scores were in space, on the cargo ships. We're talking millions of credits, maybe more. Who the hell could count it all?
Most people assume this is when the UC decided to actively set up a task force to pursue the Crimson Scar.
Oh, it's not gonna break my audio log thing, right? Damn it.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
Those
Great.
idiots in charge of the United Colonies were clearly embarrassed that they had allowed the Crimson Scar to make the jump into space. They sent ships after us. Lots of ships. I almost think that they enjoy starting wars.
Perhaps this was the first time you had finally reached too far.
You could say that. I count my time running the Crimson Scar as a learning experience.
Every time we go out and do a job,
I wouldn't say I reached too far.
who ends up with all
I'd
our
say I reached
credits?
too fast. Didn't cover all my bases, made some
Every pirate in
stupid
this joint
mistakes.
comes to the Nova for a drink.
One thing's for certain
Seems to
though.
me, instead of trawling
Finally
deep
rested,
space for
thrown
stink
into the lot.
change, we got a
Grunt issue 4.
right here at home.
I get the feeling someone would leave stuff behind here. Public access or Last Nova bar computer. Rats. Rats. Neva's on edge lately. Part of it's vouching for Rake, but she's been burned before. What's blade change is the timing. We're spread thinner than Marmite right now, and the whole crew knows it. Maybe this new Rook will pan out, but if things keep going bad, it's gonna be like rats leaving a sinking ship. Drinks. Some of the mates have been complaining about watered down drinks. Like it's my fault we're serving this piss. Not my fault they haven't been putting in the work to keep us supplied the way we should be. Maybe they should spend less time hanging out at the bar and more at the mission boards. Pick up some ammo.
Lay a finger on the tracks. To blow your heads off and serve the nuts as sushi.
Anyone important in here?
Sharks are too scared to take the key. Because it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Another Rook?
Maybe I just need a drink more. Hey, my fellow Rook. How's it going?
Good.
So what do you
think?
Bog.
I was wondering when you'd wander my way. The name's Fergus. Fergus Wickle. But you could call me Bog. Welcome to the Last Nova, where the drinks are never free.
You can do whatever you want. Me, I like staying alive.
How'd you get the name Bog?
Got it back in my experimental days. Before we fixed up Nova, she was a real boggy mess. Practically an indoor swamp. I figured some of what's growing around here could make some decent booze. Some might say I only got the booze part right.
So you're the bartender here?
Guilty? You name it, I got it. Although, I can't speak to quality. We don't believe in expiration dates here as long as it gets the job done.
I just found my new home away from home.
As long as you're buying, stay as long as you like. The Last Nova never sleeps, so no last call here. Since it's your first time with us, I'm willing to make an exception to the rule and offer you my speciality. On the house. 1 free bottle of Bog's Grog.
I'll take anything that's free.
No, can't complain, right? And if you like it, you're in luck. Cheapest drink you can find, and guaranteed to drown those sorrows.
So what's in your Bog's Grog?
Now that's a trade secret, mate, and a homegrown one at that. But nothing to worry about. I've been serving it up going on 20 years now. Only things that have killed my customers are bullets and stupidity.
Anything you can tell me about the Last Nova?
Nova wasn't always the lovely sight you see before you. She used to be a hydro farm and put up quite a fight when we decided to give her a makeover. Overgrown water everywhere. I almost gave up. What's a proper home without a pub, eh?
Alright.
Next time you need a pint, come and find me.
Just a minute, Griffin.
Hey, Cap. You hiring? Got some baddies on my tail, and I need a place to lay low.
Hell yeah.
Walks right up to Bog, lifts the drink, and pours it all over the floor.
It depends on who's after you. I'm not interested in making enemies.
I suppose I can't rightly blame you for that. It's the Varun zealots.
Oh, they're
Been on
fine.
my tail a while. They're easy enough to avoid in places like this, but I'm history if they see my ship cruising around the space lanes again.
I don't just hire anyone. What kind of steals do you have?
Oh, I'm a real scrapper.
Honestly, I'd
Good enough
hire
for this
anyone.
fighter in the gunner seat. Doesn't matter to me so long as there's a strong drink waiting when the fight's over. I've also got pretty sticky fingers, if that suits you.
That doesn't sound so bad. You're welcome to join my crew.
If the Varun zealots don't sound like a problem to you, then I can't
They're
wait
not.
to see what you're made of.
Ooh. Since I'm doing you a favor, I think you owe me a discount on your salary.
Hard to believe what passes for polite conversation these days.
I'm gonna back out first. I do have some stuff that helps with persuasion checks. Plus 12% persuasion. Carry capacity, 10% persuasion. Let's drink some Chardonnay. Think I drank both, but okay.
Hey, Cap, you
Why are you being tailed?
I'm a smuggler. Making enemies comes with a job. This time I got in over my head and made one who's more dangerous than me.
And
I suppose I can't rightly blame you for that. They're easy enough.
Know that already.
If the Varun zealots don't sound like a prop.
Let's try the persuasion.
Wouldn't be much of a smuggler if I wasn't willing to cut a deal, would I? Let's hash it out.
Let's try auto persuade.
This is what you call negotiating.
Okay.
You're a good negotiator, Cap. I'll cut you a deal.
Nice. 9,000 credits isn't too bad. I pay a standard salary. I hope that's alright.
Sure, fine by me. I'm looking forward to the adventure.
You can be on my ship.
Sounds like a plan. Let's catch up later. Thanks again for the save.
Just me. Okay, got a new crew. I do have some contraband I need to sell.
Check your pockets when we leave. Be certain you still.
So we'll talk to one of the vendors, I guess. Ooh, Crimson Fleet mission board. Let's check that out. Piracy, steal from the Elos retreats. Steal from the Trade Authority in Aquila. Aquila trade. Yeah, I don't like those guys. That's fine. I'll take that. I'll just leave it for now, I think.
Good luck with the mission.
Interview part 2.
Where did your stellar rise to infamy begin?
In the streets of New Atlantis.
Peak performance. Oh, nice. Increased carrying capacity.
Just a homeless punk kid robbing whoever he could for the credits.
Were these violent crimes? Murders?
I'm a bit offended you even asked that question, Gail. Sure, a few people here and there walked away with injuries, but I'm not some kind of butcher.
That doesn't sound as heartless as your reputation would imply.
Well, like I said, I was just a kid.
If you got any spare
Were you ever caught by the authorities in New Atlantis?
Oh, dozens of times. I'd just give them a fake name, or they just slap me on the wrist and send me on my way. They obviously didn't think that I'd amount to anything, and didn't want to waste their time with rehabilitation.
Anything ship-related? You're at the right place.
Was it the robbery in 2218?
2218.
Where's the work, weapons page?
Yeah.
I'd run my own
the Galbank archives. Very good, Gail.
Nice.
See, you've done your research. That would be when I rounded up a few of my buddies and we knocked the place over. Made off with a ton of credits. My first big score.
Is that why the Crimson Scar decided to bring you into their ranks?
That's right.
Armor
Brought
piece
me
and wear.
in, taught me the ropes, and I did crimes for them for 5
Damn
years. Till I decided I wanted more. I got rid of their leader, put myself in his place, and started running the show. I've been the one in charge ever since.
Never do a job
Was
unprepared.
it absolutely necessary to cut his throat and leave the body on the public street in the well?
In the well.
Street reputation is everything.
Captains handle
I
most of
wanted
the
everyone in the
patrols.
city to know that Jasper Cricks was taking over. I think they got the message.
Looking to make quick work of your enemies?
Ain't seeing anyone right now? Patience, I mean. I got a sore hip.
It's right here.
If you want to stay under the radar, I've got just the thing.
Wait, where was that again?
You need credits? Hit up the mission boards at the core.
Hey, Champ. I'm including this month's list of parts I need for the key. Don't bust a gut. It's hefty, but I know you can handle it. I'm gonna need a lot more than usual this time. I'm planning to overhaul the entire electrical system before it completely shorts out.
I heard Issa's
Oh yeah,
sister
thanks
is
for
some
sending over the
hardcore
key's
mercenary.
reactor specs. I can't tell you exactly why I needed those. Bell said to keep it hush-hush. As far as next month's shipment, start scrounging up some parts so I can spruce up our defensive batteries. They're looking kind of rusty. Well, I guess that's it for now. I'll have my people in New Atlantis drop off the payment at the spaceport. Just make sure you aren't being followed. We wouldn't want the UC to know they're providing replacement parts to the Crimson Fleet.
A slow ship will get you caught. Talk to Jazz if you...
Let's check out her computer. Grease monkeys. Del wanted to know if I needed a few extra grease monkeys to help maintain things around here. I told him any more would just get in my way. I don't mean to sound arrogant, and I know my bandwidth is thin, but no one else can do what I do. I don't trust a new mechanic to understand how we've kept this station together with vacuum tape and baling wire. There's just too much tribal knowledge. The same goes for the ships. The Astrea. I knew what I was getting into when I joined the fleet, but it was always my skin on the line so I could handle it. No biggie. This is different. Nev loves this. Being a pirate is her raison d'etre. So the best way I can keep her safe is by working on her ship. Every nut, bolt, and wire on this Astrea I've hooked up with these two hands. And as insurance, I put up something extra to keep her out of harm's way. Knowing all this helps calm the nerves a little, but not completely. Now I know why my mom gave me this toolbox the day I said goodbye. I want to ask her if the worrying's gotten easier, but I already know the answer.
Need upgrades.
Nothing incriminating there. Okay, so I don't know how I'm going to cut up this video, but I'm going to take a quick break here. My friend Bobby. And yeah, next video we will do some more Crimson Fleet stuff.